Oh, there we go. There's the bell. All right. Okay, all right. So there's the bell. Go ahead, do the do now, and then we'll get started. Okay, so press pause. Okay, all right. So let's see. Let's solve this inequality. So not that much different from yesterday's, except with a different operation, right? And so let's see. Okay, all right. So here we're gonna rewrite this O Manning style first. All right, 7x comes first. We got 77. Now the arrow's pointing at 7x. Okay, like so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, since this is multiplication, we're gonna do the opposite, which is division. So 7 over 7 is 1. They cancel out. Less than, and then that's 11. Okay, and then graph that. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8 here. Okay, so 11, arrow to the left. Do not fill it in, all right? And that's it. Okay, all right. Unit 7, day 39. Let's see, homework tonight, problematic plus video. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. I am going to go over the quiz. What? Should I go over the quiz today or tomorrow? You know what? I want to go over the quiz today, actually. All right. So yesterday I sent an email out to a few parents, and you know, telling them that some of you are not doing your quizzes. Actually, some of you are not doing your assignments. Let alone the quizzes. So I send those emails out. You know what? Let's give them another 24 hours. Okay, so I'll go over the quiz tomorrow. Obviously I don't want to go over the quiz like after the unit exam. That would be completely like, that would render that useless. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go over it tomorrow. All right, and then that way you can go over the answers you got wrong and understand why you got them wrong, and part of that will help you study for the unit exam on Friday. Okay, so let's go over it. Tomorrow, Thursday. Now, what else do I have to do? Okay, unit exam Friday, all right, 15 questions, all right, the block has the topics, and so tonight's homework already is part of a review. For tonight's homework, it's already a part of a review for the unit exam. Okay, so that's tonight and tomorrow. Okay, so those two homeworks will get you ready. Okay, with that said, all right, so I had perfect attendance again last night, so that's pretty good for my homeroom. Okay, so keep it up. Google Classroom assignment question. Oh yeah, so I got a question for you guys. Can one of you email me back? All right, which means I'm gonna get either 10 emails or no emails. So could one of you be so kind as to email me? And the question is, in the morning when I assign the homeroom assignment, right, for attendance in the morning, do you guys, so once I sign it, I don't see anything, but do you guys get an email from my Google email account, the K051 account, saying that you got assigned an assignment? I'm just curious because like then I'm wondering like how does everyone remember to sign in? Okay, so again the question is, because every morning at 8 o'clock I go into our Google homeroom and I made an assignment for people to okay, why the three O's in the middle? Okay, all right. And so the question is, when I do that every morning, when I assign the Google Classroom assignment for homeroom, do you guys get an email like automatically in your mailbox saying that, hey, you have an assignment for today for homeroom? Like, make sure you sign in. Like, I'm very curious as to how that works. Okay, so because that would that would affect how I do things from now on. So, okay, so one of you please email me, let me know. All right, that way I also know that you're watching this video. Okay, all right, let's see. Homeroom number, all right, on the homework and the unit exam. Okay, make sure you write your homeroom first. I think most people, I think at least 2/3, if not 3/4 of the people are writing their homeroom numbers now. So that's a lot of help. All right. On the unit exam, if you do that, I will give you an extra 5 points. So instead of 100, you get a 105. All right, if you write your homeroom number first. Okay, because some of you, and I have very good students in my classes doing this. All right, even some of my best students, they write their name and then their homeroom, which kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I need to see the homeroom number first. Okay, all right, your homework scores will be displayed. I'm also still considering showing you your test score right at the end of the unit test. Okay, now the difficulty of that is quite obvious, because if I show you your score right at the end, it also shows you the answer key. You know, which from the website's perspective makes a whole lot of sense. Because if they show you that you got an 80, you would want to know which questions you got wrong, right? So I think it's useful, but as a teacher, when we're doing this remotely, is I can't tell if someone will, share that information with someone who hasn't taken the quiz yet or the test yet. So you see where I'm going with this. I mean, what I could do, that still doesn't completely stop it. Okay, so let me think about this further. Because I've gotten like 10 emails, with regards to what they got on the test, and I don't mind that actually. I'm not saying that the number of emails is the problem. I think I just figure everyone wants to see what their grades are. But then I also figure if people really want to see their grades, what will they do? Yeah, they'll email me, right? And then I'll email them back, telling them which questions they got wrong and tell them what they could work on. So we'll see. 10 more people submitted the unit test yesterday. All right, after I emailed the parents, so that's good. But then I still got some folks who hasn't done it. So I'm gonna take the quiz down. When? I'm gonna take the quiz down tomorrow. All right, and then we'll go over the quiz. Okay. All right. Oh man, something I was thinking too. God, I gotta write everything down. Now let's go on. All right, hold on. Let me press pause, and then let me think about what I was gonna tell you guys also. All right, so one more time, the unit test has 15 questions. Okay, and I'll pretty much give you the full period to do it. Okay, and then that's it. And if you want to know what your grades are, just email me. Okay, I'll tell you. All right, let's see. Okay, so I got a question from someone yesterday, all right, who posted the comment on the blog saying that I made a mistake, which is true. So this was the last question. No, this is question number 5 from the homework assignment yesterday. So I guess in the video I picked choice C, and when I did this, I was thinking solving the inequality rather than actually answering the question. Okay, so that's where my mistake was. So the answer is actually 5, because if you put 4 here, 4 times 3 is not greater than 12. In fact, none of the first 3 choices, when you multiply by the 3 here, is bigger than 12. It's only choice D. Okay, so good catch there. All right, you know who you are. All right, okay, all right. So let's see. Let's see the grading policy. So the new grading policy came out yesterday from the department, and I'm still trying to sort it out, because there's a discussion that has to be had within our school on how to match the grading policy versus the actual numeric grades that supposedly that you guys are supposed to have. So I gotta talk to various people inside the school, not physically inside the school, like as a department and then as a school as to how the grading policy matches. But if you want to, supposedly the new grading policies were emailed out yesterday. I suppose if you go online and do a search in the ny what schools.nyc.gov, you will probably find that document. So if you really want to find out, like right now, you could find out. But let me just say it like this again, okay? Based on what I think it's saying, that these grades, the work still counts. So we have to use something. And those are gonna be your assignments and your quiz and exam grades to determine what your final grade for the year. Okay, so even though the fourth marking period is just one part of your final report card, so let me just put it that way. Okay, so once I get that clarified, I'll list everything out. Okay, so in the meantime, keep doing your homework, keep doing your quizzes and exams, and then every 2 weeks I'll email your parents with the grades. And again, if you want to see your grades, just let me know. Okay, I think within another week or two, with the new grading policy, if you want to know what your actual grade is, you know how you can ask me what your grade is, right, in class or after class? I'll tell you. I can do the same thing. Okay, just not right now because I actually haven't formatted the spreadsheet yet. So it's gonna take a while because I have to confirm the grading policy. Okay, all right. Now, how much time does that leave us? 12 minutes. Okay, all right. So go ahead and watch video number 1, which is this on the blog. Now, this is still Matt Jacobson, I believe. All right, and it's 10 minutes. So go ahead, watch that. All right. Again, it's the back end of the video that's a little more interesting because those are the word problems. All right, so if you want to skip the first 5 minutes, that's fine. No complaints here. All right, so press pause, watch that video, and then we'll come back and go ahead and do the lesson for today. All right. Okay, all right, so here's what we've done so far in the past week. All right, we talked about what inequalities are, the symbols, right? We graph them. We solve some one-step equations, inequalities with them. Okay, we did these yesterday, right? The multiplication division kind. I let you do some of these challenging ones if you wanted to. So today we're going to do the last thing. This is like the last thing of the unit, okay, which was a very long unit, all right? And which is solving inequality word problems. All right, so we'll do this today and tomorrow, and then Friday will be your unit test. Okay, all right, so if you want to write this down, it's one-step inequality word problems. Okay, all right, so now this is much more reminiscent. All right, is that how you say that, reminiscent? This is much more reminiscent of remember that game of bingo, right? When I walk around the cards and you guys read like, a number decreased by 3 and then you have to match. That's more like this. Now, the difference is the language here. Instead of saying is, right? So, for example, a number decreased by 7 is 13. You would have written this. Except that the language now has changed. It's saying at most. So, meaning we're talking about an inequality here. Okay? That's the difference between what we've done previously. So a number decreased by 7 is at most. How do you write at most? Which of the 4 symbols is that? Is that this? Less than, greater than, equal to, or less than or equal to? Which one of the 4 is that? At most. Right now, sometimes if you're a little stuck here with at most, you could switch the words. Okay, and I don't mean most at. I mean like maximum, right? No more than. So use words that you're more familiar with, and then see which one of these matches. So at most, maximum, no more than. Which of these symbols is that? Yeah, less than or equal to. Okay, and then you solve it, right? Solve the equation, okay, right? Plus 7. So what's that? Plus 7. That's 6, right? So, yep. All right, did not say anything about graphing. So if it doesn't say anything about graphing, you don't have to graph it right, just for this one. Okay, and then you'll grab it. Okay, all right, okay. All right, not doing 2. Let's do 3, 4. Wait, hold on. No, I think you should do these on your own, actually, because we don't have that many questions. Okay, so with that said, all right, try 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Okay, if you want a little bit of help with the notes that you took for at least, less than, no greater than, all right, you can use your notebook, but try not to rely too much on it. Okay, so press pause. How much time should I give you for this? How are we doing on time, by the way? Let's see. So you watch a 10-minute video. That's 26. 26. Yeah, so take about 5 minutes to do these. We'll do one more, and I might have to stop at the end of that because, yeah, we might have to. Okay, that's fine. All right, so go ahead. Spend 5 minutes on these. All right, if you want to copy the questions down, you can. All right, you don't have to. Okay, all right, so press pause. Okay, all right, and we're back. So the sum of a number, sum, right? What does sum mean? Yep, addition, right? The sum of a number and 14 is at least 28. What's another way to say at least? Yeah, no less than. Right? What's another way to say at least? Yeah, minimum. Right? So how do you say minimum? Greater than or equal to. Has to be more than or equal to 28. Okay? So I think for a lot of you, I think 2 of the questions on the on unit test is on this sort of verbiage. Okay, so if you want to get 100, I would suggest that you really get this terminology down. Okay. All right. Let's see. 14. Okay. X is greater than or equal to 14. Okay. All right. Next, a number decreased by 5 is less than 32. So these less than, greater than, it's going to be fairly straightforward, right? It's the one without the line underneath. It's the language like at least, no greater than, at most, no more than, no less than, like stuff like that. I think that's where many of you will have to study. Okay, so that cancels out. Less than 37. Okay? All right. Now, let's write the way we see it. So 20 is no greater than. No greater than. What does that mean? Right? What does no greater than? Okay, think about that. No greater than. Not no less than. No greater than. All right, meaning maximum, right? No more than. At most. Right? That sort of language. Right? So no greater than, less than, or equal to. Okay, then the sum of a number and 4. Now, opening style, x plus 4, arrow points at the 20, arrow points at the 20, subtract 4 on both sides, x is greater than or equal to 16, okay? Right? No greater than, okay? So you gotta switch it. All right, okay. I think this is the last question of the day. Yeah, 30. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're okay. So, try this one. Which statement is model? So this is a multiple choice question. Okay, is it A, B, C, or D? So take a couple minutes and do number 7. All right, press pause, and then we'll come back and go over it. Okay. All right. So which statement is modeled by this? The sum of a number and 6 is at least 5. Does this, I mean, here's a hint, right? You can look at this and say, okay, which one of these phrases, at least greater than, at most no greater than, which one of these matches this symbol? You can start off with that first, okay? Even though that's the toughest part. So, but there's nothing wrong with doing the toughest part first. So, at least, does this mean at least 5? Yeah, it does mean at least 5. So I'm gonna put. So here's a good test taking strategy for you. Put a little check around this. All right, just so that you can keep track. Greater than, is this greater than 5? No, that's greater than equal to. So that's no good. At most 5. That's not true. At most looks like this. Right. So that's not true. No greater than 5 is the same thing as saying at most. By the way. Right. So there you go. Choice A. Okay. Now let's double check. The sum of a number and 6 is at least 5. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So tomorrow we'll do more of these kind of actual like word problems. All right. And that's it. So go ahead, do your homework, and make sure you submit it. All right. And have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's the bell. All right. Don't tell me you don't miss that bell.
OMG, that was so good.